Hey everyone, welcome to another match of Temur Rogues. Today we are playing Gruul Midrange. Opening hand is pretty good. We could actually do Magus of the Moon turn 2. Bit risky because we'd be cutting ourselves off of green mana, because I would almost certainly get an island with that Misty Rainforest. But we do have backup of 2 Noble Hierarchs, so I'm feeling relatively confident. I mean, we don't know what we're playing against yet. I didn't at the time. We obviously know now, so spoiler alert. Our opponent starts off with a Windswept Heath, Stomping Ground, Arbor Elf. So, we essentially know what our opponent's playing when you have an Arbor Elf start turn 1. Now, we don't have any removal, unfortunately, for Arbor Elf. And considering our opponent is playing Gruul, that does indicate that, they might be a bit hardened against Blood Moon. Or Blood Moon-like effects, like Magus. So, let's just see what happens. Okay, so Lightning Bolt turns us off of turn 2 Magus, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay, we'll survive here. So we'll put another Noble Hierarch down. I think this is a correct play. Oh, Thieves' Fortune is a good draw. So let's see if Noble Hierarch eats another Bolt. Our opponent kept a potentially 1-land hand, but I guess that makes sense with Arbor Elf. So now we almost certainly kill the Arbor Elf, right? Let's cut him off immediately. And I would probably play... Oh, okay, I went the Magus route. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because they're stuck on 1 land, so we could end the game relatively quickly here. So, turn 2 is awesome. We get a Tarmogoyf down, we get our Looter il-kor down. It's looking really good. Insane amount of pressure. Now our opponent has no green. And I think we're going to get an early concession here. Looter il-kor is going to loot. Yeah. And we're going to be able to cast Thieves' Fortune for 1. Dig through 4 cards. It's pretty good. Traverse. We can go... and next turn, go get another creature. Another Tarmogoyf, most likely. I'm actually shocked that our opponent's sticking to it, but hey. You can do... Oh, he got a forest! Okay. Maybe there's more to this than I thought. I'm still really confident with our board. Really, really confident. And a Lightning Bolt just kind of seals the deal here. I don't know what they have, but... Okay, they just want to go all the way. Fine, that makes sense. So what do we bring in? I think Magus worked well there in game 1, but we got lucky that, our opponent just kind of shorted on lands. But I think game 2, Magus is just really weak. Our opponent is almost certainly playing Magus main, so there's really no point. And now that they know we're playing Magus, they're going to be even more wise to it. So, yeah, I don't think we need to play Magus or bring in Blood Moon. Trick here is, what else do we need to remove? I feel like main board, we're pretty well positioned. So my thought process here might be maybe we just want a bit more permission, but I'm not even sure. Yeah, Mishra's Bauble is usually my go-to for siding out post game 1. So this hand is risky. It's risky. I can keep it because I have a turn 1 Fairy Miscreant or potentially turn 1 Serum Visions. Looks like I kept it. But yeah, this is a bit of a risk. So let's see if it pays off. You see, I'm at risk here of not drawing the cards I need. And already they got a Utopia Sprawl, so turn 2, they could Blood Moon me if they really wanted. And exactly what I didn't want to see off the top. And yeah, I'm already feeling pretty bad about it. So Arbor Elf comes down. At this point, there's no way I can even remove it. I got Forest, which is great because now we're kind of Blood Moon proof, but this is going to be brutal. It really is going to be brutal. So we go for our 3rd land, which is smart because we really don't want to miss any more land drops. So our opponent's going to be doing 4. Bloodbraid Elf is... Oof. This is going to be brutal. A Lightning Bolt on top of it. So there goes Fairy Miscreant. And they're going to swing in for 3. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with keeping that hand. That Lightning Bolt is a bit too late. We're still going to target Arbor Elf here to cut them off of 2 mana. But, yeah, damage has been done here in terms of tempo at least. Arbor Elf is coming down. Again. So they're going to swing in for 3. We're not going to block, obviously. We definitely want to deal damage with our Fairy Miscreant. Manly comes down. it looks like I don't care, and I feel like that's wrong. I think that's the misplay here. Because they are perfectly capable of casting Glorybringer next turn, and that's essentially game over for us. But I figured I may not get another land to play this turn, so just let's boost the damage a bit. We do get another land though, so next turn's going to look better. And we do have Delirium, so Obsessive Skinner is going to keep boosting our creatures on each of our opponent's turns. But again, if they play a land now, they're perfectly capable of doing Glorybringer or playing Glorybringer, and that's going to be essentially game. Okay, they didn't cast Glorybringer, which just tells me that they don't have it, which is good news. This is good news. All right, let's see what's coming down. Birds of Paradise. Okay, that's so far so good. It looks like I did the right play last turn by playing Obsessive Skinner and not waiting. Okay, Lightning Bolt's going to come down and kill Obsessive Skinner, which is understandable. It is basically the biggest threat on the board at the moment. So the question here is, do we play Huntmaster or do we double play Thief's Fortune? And that is a tricky call to make. It looks like, yeah, I think it's just smarter to do this. Not the strongest 4. But yeah, okay, Noble Hark, I suppose makes sense. Looter il-kor is not going to be doing much here. And I don't cast a second Thief's Fortune because I need Mana Leak, which makes sense. So our opponent swings in again for 3. We're not going to do anything. Definitely not blocking. We can't. I mean, we really need that extra damage from Noble at this point. And Kitchen Finks is going to get Mana Leaked, but I think my math tells me they have enough to pay for it. We're going to do it anyway, just to make sure they can't cast anything else this turn. But yeah, that's going to be brutal. That's a lot of life, and it's another big body. Now, we do get Huntmaster next turn, but that doesn't mean much. Let's see what they're drawing. Tireless Tracker, okay. So let's attack in. We could play all the cards in our hand this turn, which is not a bad thing. Dealing 4 damage in the air is pretty decent, let's be honest. So let's see what's on the top. Tarmogoyf, I think that's a snap. Yeah, that's a snap decision there. I still want to play Huntmaster though and gain some life, gain a blocker when you're going to need it. We draw Looter il-kor. Not necessarily a blocker because of Shadow, but you know, it'll deal more damage and we can loot. So our opponent's going to come in, attack. Yeah, I mean, I see this coming. We're going to chump block. Yeah, we're going to chump block. Yeah, I don't want our opponent just to get any more life just yet. Tireless Tracker. So they cast a spell, which means we're not getting a trigger this turn. And we're going to get Stone Rained. Alright, so we lose green. But this is okay because, again, we're coming in for some big damage now. Again. We're going to come in for another 4. We're not looting this time. But next turn, we're going to be able to take out a creature and we're going to be able to bolt. So, alright, so now we're going to target them and we're going to kill, most likely, Arbor Elf. What did I target? Okay, I target. Okay, because I could always bolt the Arbor Elf, I suppose. Now would be the time to do it. Yeah, I kind of have to. Just need to cut them off land. And if they don't play any more lands this turn, again, they're cut off from Glorybringer. Okay, no, never mind. Another Stone Rain. Okay. I mean, so be it, I suppose. I understand the land destruction aspect of it. I mean, we have Noble Hierarch, so we're pretty safe. And, I mean, we could actually attack in with Huntmaster, which is rare, because usually I want to save Huntmaster, but I didn't attack in this turn. And I'm wondering why. Why didn't I attack in? What was I afraid of? I suppose I'm afraid of our opponent having Lightning Bolt? I think that's might be it, but our opponent's hand is empty, so I think I was a bit too... I was way too cautious of a play. I should have just attacked in and they would have died, but or potentially died. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. We get some more life, and it's not looking good for our opponent. And our Huntmaster flips again, and we win. All right, so this was a great match. I mean, it was pretty close. I think I could have won a turn early. Game 1 was kind of easy. Our opponent just didn't pick a right hand. Game 2, I stayed with a very, very risky hand, and it paid off. So we're lucky there. But yeah, I mean, Temur Rogues, every time I go back and I play Temur Rogues, I'm always happy to play it. It's always a pleasure. It's just an assembling of small little creatures with some bigger ones, and you don't think much of it, and then it just comes in and it takes down big decks, tier decks. And that's why I really love Temur Rogues. I've loved Temur Rogues for a long, long time, and I'm happy that it's still viable in Modern. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the match, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks, and have a good one.